Royce Keys learned the hard truth after joining WWE. Not only is he going to be taking a 50% pay cut, but there is something worse WWE is going to be doing with him. And honestly, it's just sad. I'll tell you exactly why his WWE decision is going to backfire badly. Royce Keys was one of the most promising rising stars in AEW, and he just walked straight into a career trap after signing WWE in a TKO era. Not a slump, not a rough patch, a trap. Because Royce Keys leaving AEW for WWE, that didn't feel like a power move. It felt like the beginning of the end. And the scary part about all that, we've already seen this story before, over and over and over and over again. On paper, this move made sense. Bigger platform, more exposure, more money. I don't know about that part now since he's going to be taking a 50% pay cut. And the dream of WWE. But let's be real for a second. When was the last time WWE actually maximized someone like Royce Keys? Not just gave him a debut pop, not just hyped him for a few weeks, actually built them into something long term. Exactly, because WWE doesn't struggle with talent. They struggle with consistency. In AEW, Royce Keys wasn't just another big guy. He had momentum. He had identity. And most importantly, he had freedom. AEW thrives on letting talent be themselves. And that matters more than people realize. Because when a wrestler connects with the audience naturally, you don't need forced promos. You don't need scripted personality. You just let it happen. And Royce Keys, he was starting to click. Not fully there yet, but close enough that you could see it coming. That breakout moment was building. And now
he's become a
it's just gone.
I really feel like
This is where things fall apart. Because WWE doesn't just mess sometimes. They have a pattern. You bring in someone hot. You debut them strong. And then they disappear. Or worst, they get repackaged into something that doesn't even resemble what made them special. And once that happens, it's almost impossible to recover. Because fans don't just lose interest, they lose trust. Just like how they've been booking Jade Cargill. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. WWE has a mid-card problem. Not a lack of talent, a lack of direction. There are so many names floating around with no real story, no purpose, no trajectory. And that's exactly where Royce Keys is headed. He's not walking into a system that needs him. He's walking into a system that will absorb him. And once you get stuck in that cycle, you're just another entrance theme. Another match. Another forgotten push. In AEW, the leash is longer. But in WWE, it's very tight. Promos are scripted. Characters are controlled. Moments are manufactured. And if you don't fit exactly what they want, you don't evolve. Or worse, you stall and then they release you.
Someone that's...
Royce Keys doesn't feel like a system guy. He feels like someone who needs room to grow. And WWE doesn't do patience very well, as we can all tell. On his debut, Royce Keys barely got any reaction, any pop. He might end up getting a few big appearances, maybe a short push. Then it's going to be less TV time. Then it's going to be random matches. Then it's going to be nothing. It's the same cycle. And it kills momentum faster than anything else in wrestling. Because once the audience stops seeing you as important, that's it. This isn't just about a bad booking decision. This is about timing. Royce Keys didn't leave AEW as a finished product. He left as a developing one. And that's the worst time to jump into WWE. Because instead of building on what you are, they rebuild you into what they want. And most of the time, that version is worse. Here's something people don't talk about enough in wrestling. Bad booking doesn't just hurt your image. It hurts your confidence. When you go from featured to being ignored, it changes how you perform, how you carry yourself, how the audience sees you. And once that confidence dips, it shows. Now look, there's always a chance this works. Maybe WWE surprises everyone. Maybe they actually commit. Maybe Royce Keys breaks through anyway. But if you're being honest, that's the exception, not the rule. And betting on an exception is how careers stall. This isn't just about loyalty to AEW. This is about fit. Royce Keys feels like a better fit in AEW. He had more room to grow, more identity, more upside. But with WWE, it feels like a gamble. And not the good kind of gamble. So when people say his move was big, which I don't think anybody has said that, I would say, yeah, it kind of was, but not for the reasons they think. Because this might not be the start of something great. It might be the moment everything slowed down. And in wrestling, once you lose momentum in wrestling, you don't just pick it back up. So now I want to hear from you guys. Did Royce Keys make the right move? Or did he walk into the same trap we've seen 100 times before? I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.